my name is Brandon, and today we're going to be talking about making the most of social media. This is actually part 3 of the 3-part series. And so part 1 was basically talking about an overview of social media platforms. And then part 2 was more on creating graphics and posting different things and resources and scheduling and all that kind of stuff. And then this particular part is more about live streaming. Now, I'm not going to kind of rehash some of the stuff that I put in some of the other videos. If you'll check out our channel, I have 2 or 3 different videos on there on how to live stream, the equipment to use, and all that kind of stuff. I will touch a few little things, but this is kind of a little bit different situation. And so this is kind of more of an overview of what to do with live streaming, not the actual setup of the equipment and stuff like that. So feel free to check out those videos. Also, if you'll like and subscribe to the channel, and if you need to purchase any of those items mentioned in the video, if you'll click on the description, they'll be in there as well. So anyways, part 3, here we go. Basically, if you're going to live stream, you're going to need some type of camera. There's 1,000 different areas and 1,000 different avenues out there to live stream. I say this in a lot of my videos, you get what you pay for. And so if you're using an iPhone, if you're an extremely small church, just know that you may or may not have good quality with that. You're limited on different things that you can do as far as switching the images. Say you want to show an image or a PowerPoint or something from a slide from your PowerPoint or ProPresenter or whatever. Then you're going to be very limited because you can't do all that through that. You'll need some kind of switcher. So, iPhone, if you're extremely small and you can't do much, it may be an option. If you are using that, please make sure you try to put in an audio source from your soundboard to your iPhone. I don't really recommend doing it through an iPhone, but I realize that every church out there is different. Every church has different budgets. And so if that's something you have to do, I would try to live stream, but I would try to put out good quality and try to have the camera, close enough to where it actually matters. The other thing, if you're using an iPhone, and I'm not going to talk about this too long, just make sure that you're trying to do everything that you can to make sure that you're making it look like it's very good quality. So in other words, if you have an iPhone, this is my iPad, bigger iPhone technically, but some people post up and down. And I had this question at a breakout session about a month or so ago, and they said, well, they were talking about why would you not go like up and down, because that's how most people record videos and all that kind of stuff, and it looks better on Facebook. The thing of it is when you live stream, especially if you have YouTube and different things like that, a lot of smart TVs are out there. And one of the things that they have is YouTube on there, and some of them have Facebook Watch. And what you can do is you can watch Facebook videos on there. So if you're live streaming, it can be seen on there. Well, if you go up and down with your video image, then a lot of that your sides are kind of cut off. So try to record this way, even though it may look good on a Facebook phone. You want more of your stage to be present on the video. And so I recommend doing that. Don't go vertical, go sideways, and then make sure that you have some kind of audio cable going from your soundboard to your iPhone or device or whatever. I will say this, if you're probably in the realm of using a mobile device to record or live stream, I would probably not do praise and worship through there. Usually that's a little more difficult, and if you're at that point, I'd probably just do preaching for now until you can kind of save up some money and do some different things like that. Your call, but it's just hard to kind of gauge what it sounds like online, and people sing at all different kinds of volumes and stuff. And so please just kind of consider maybe just offering preaching on there if you're running an audio source to your phone from your soundboard. And so anyways, a couple more little things. If you're using an actual camera, there's 1,000 different cameras out there. There's 1,000 different recommendations. Here at our church, we personally use the Canon XA11. There are some churches that I've helped with some installs. They do Canon Vixia. I think it's the G20. That's being discontinued. Now, the one that's been recommended is G50. It's a 4K. 4K is great for future stuff, but right now you're not going to get 4K on live stream. Facebook does 720, and then YouTube does 1080. So, it's great to buy for future reference and stuff like that, but you don't have to technically have a 4K. But a G50 is good price range for an actual professional type camera. and it's right at $1,000. And again, you get what you pay for. But anyways, you'll need that, and then you'll also need some way to get it onto whatever live streaming platform you want. So there's hardware encoders out there. There's software encoders. Hardware is kind of a device outside of your computer. Software is more you have to use your computer. If you can afford it, I would do hardware encoders because it doesn't bog down your computer. If you're a smaller church, especially, you're probably going to be running multiple things off that computer, and so to bog it down, that's just probably not a wise plan overall if you're making purchases, maybe for temporary but not for long term. So hardware encoders are great, but software encoders, it's possible. I just don't know how much I would trust all that. And so one really good company out there is Resi. It's kind of expensive, but there are different ways out there to do it. One thing that we use a lot for different side events and different things like that is the ATM Mini Pro. I have multiple videos on that. The reason why ATM Mini Pro is good is because you pay one time for the device, and once you set it up, you don't have a monthly fee. If you have something like Resi, it's one of the best qualities that you can have, but you have a monthly fee and it's kind of pricey and stuff. I love Resi. We use it in our main building, but it's just kind of pricey if you're a really small church type thing and you're just getting kind of started out. So maybe consider something like the ATM Mini Pro or the ATM Mini Extreme, and do something like that to where you don't have a monthly payment. And so anyways, there's some other different ones out there. Teradek is a good one. I have heard people say stuff about Restream and Ecamm. I'm not personally a big fan of those. I haven't worked with them a ton, but there are options out there. Just kind of look them all over and just kind of see what you think as far as those. And so anyway, basically if you have any questions, feel free to comment in the comment section, and feel free to check out our other videos. And if you have any other questions, let me know. And also I'll put some links in this description as well of some of the cameras and devices and stuff that we use. So feel free to check those out. Thanks so much. Y'all have a great day.